Hi, and welcome to Teletalk. I'm Liv.
And I'm Ben.
And on this episode... Sorry, are you sure? You sounded unsure.
No, I'm sure.
Sorry.
And who are you?
I'm Liv.
Yeah, and I'm Ben.
And on this episode, you'll hear our carefully considered and not at all random thoughts on a show we like. There will be spoilers.
And laughs. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only, if you couldn't tell. But we're giving ourselves an age rating of 15 and above. You're welcome to make up your own minds, though. Listener discretion is advised.
And if you wanted to know whether we recorded that fresh every week, we do.
We sure as heck do.
Yeah. Anyway, Oak Island.
It is. Now, have a punt at what season and episode it is, Liv.
Okay. Season 8.
No.
No.
There has not only been 8. Nice try for thinking there's only been 8 seasons of this.
Right. Season 12.
13.
Season 13. Episode 20 something.
20 what? I must insist on you giving an exact number.
20. Right. I think there's 2 left. So 23.
It's 22.
Oh no!
Because there are 2 left. 23 and 24.
Oh no!
You got it so right and yet so wrong. Maths is not your strong suit.
No. Oh dear. Can't even minus
do you know
2.
the episode title?
Something about a road.
Yeah.
Because you thought they were going on the road this episode, and then they didn't.
Yeah, they were threatening it.
The road to nowhere.
No, that's more appropriate. Road trip.
Road trip. Okay.
But I guess it also covers the fact that we talk about a road a lot.
When?
Sandy Road, and it's under a road and all of that. So
I quite like that bit.
okay. This episode. They're threatening me with a terrible time next week.
I really like this episode.
Okay, spoiler for
I'm going to keep the energy going.
Okay, well, we're going to dive right into the money pit. Oh, they are picking a location for a drill.
Okay, this bit was boring.
Because they threw it off to Spooner and his lads.
Yeah.
And they put a golden poker chip on the table.
Yeah, so it was Spooner and what's his name that got to pick.
Yeah.
And because of their sciencey knowledge, the Fellowship thought that they'd be great people to make this decision based on science and facts. And then we see where they put the case on, and it's like, well, yeah, like, that's the next spot.
Yeah, your dad was like, that's not scientific. If you showed me a map, I'd put it there because it's the middle of the big gap.
Yeah, exactly.
And even they were like, this is the shallow bit. Bedrock's higher here.
Yeah.
So that was their way of going, this is only going to last an episode.
Yeah.
Yes, the can is called MS1, Michael Spooner 1.
Yeah.
Because it's Spooner and Michael's, but Michael's Spooner doesn't really sound right. So, yeah, MS1. I don't think there'll be an MS2, if I'm honest.
I don't think there's going to be anything to.
Well, they're going to go back to Top Pocket Find 1.
Yeah, but that's just going to be Top Pocket Find 1.
The Revengeing.
Not Top Pocket Find 2.
So, but it is important to know, as Marty stresses, I think it was Marty, that the 3 caissons so far this season were a technical success.
Yes.
They
reached the bottom.
They reached the bottom, and they confirmed that it was Jack all there. But they were like, it confirms our solution chamber theory.
Well done, guys.
Woo! We found a giant hole that everything fell in.
Yeah. So the money pit, I guess, was a bit boring this episode.
Well, they found a chunk of wood at 150 foot in MS1. And do you know what kind of wood it was? If I say the phrase, it adds up.
Yeah, I was going to say hewn wood.
With an adze cut bit of wood.
Yeah.
With a choppy, not axe adze.
They think.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how they could tell from a wrinkly bit of wood.
Because it's clearly been chopped up by the drill.
Yeah.
Like, it's not in any semblance of a piece.
And it's ancient and manky and sort of fraying and disintegrating. They're like, I can tell with my fine eye here that this has been cut with an adze.
Yeah.
Not an axe. No. This is clearly adze cut.
Yeah. If they're correct, Those experts are very good.
Yeah, if they're wrong, then they're full of it.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of true anyway.
Remains to be seen.
They just confidently get a bit of a relatively small chunk of wood and go, I know exactly what kind of tool that was cut with.
Yeah.
Maybe they float it in a different kind of bucket, and if it's adze, it goes one way. And
I think it's that we will never actually be able to see it close enough on the telly.
And they can claim anything they
Therefore,
want.
they can say whatever they want.
This was hewn with the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah. Look how special
I mean,
it
for
is.
all we know, that was the bit of the one true cross.
Oh my god.
Ah,
You could be right.
yeah. Rick Holt held it, and he's no longer got Lyme disease.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's a miracle.
Proof! But also, we go to the wash plant
Yep.
with Barkhouse, looking actually the happiest I've seen him in forever.
I think he quite likes this wash station.
I think so. Well, he gets to hang out with his son
Do you know
or
what? I
nephew.
had a bit of a flashback when we were watching the episode. Do you remember the first wash station? I'm doing inverted commas for that they had.
Season 1.
No.
Oh, no.
It's with Jack and his face from all the splatter. He was
Oh,
doing it by
yeah,
hand.
that's right. Because he was just spraying it on top of like a mesh, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was filthy. And I thought, gosh, they've come a long way.
You know, well, Jack doesn't, lower himself to the wash pit anymore. He's an executive producer.
Is he?
Yeah, him, Peter Finetti, and Alex Lagina are all executive producers.
Oh, because they're receiving the gauntlet of the dig.
Barkhouse has got a credit as well on there somewhere. I think he might be an executive producer as well. Executive producer is kind of one of those showbiz things, which is like, we pay them money, but they don't actually do anything, is my understanding.
I see.
It sounds fancy.
Got you.
Yeah. Like executive assistant, except executive assistants do loads of work.
Right.
Yeah. So Barkhouse is chilling, not on, but with Derek Couch. You see what I did there?
Yeah.
And Couch is the hero again because he finds a round stone. I wasn't really expecting much because he goes, that stone is not like the other stones. That's how they spot it.
I am hung up on the fact that you called it a round stone when it is clearly spherical.
Oh, you got me. It's unnatural.
Yes.
Barkhouse gobbles that up a treat and snaffles it and runs off to be like, Rick, look where I found it.
I've got a lot to say about this.
Please say things.
Well, it's about the next bit when they're in the war room talking about these shots.
Yeah.
Because they get the expert on that's examined it, and what they have is a cut in half.
Yes. They've split the atom.
And then Marty's like, yeah, we sent it away, and you cut it in half, and then you've given it back to us in half, and they're calling it a sample. It's not a sample, it's a whole damn thing. And now it's ruined because it's been cut in half.
At least glue it back together before you send it
And then
back.
they kept showing us photos of it still in a sphere shape.
To be fair, though, they cut that pristinely down the middle.
Well, they clearly used a laser, but that's not the point. It's ruined.
Dr.
Can't
Robert...
use that anymore.
Never lend Dr. Robert Rayside your stuff.
Yeah, and he said, thank you so much, it's been such a great learning tool and stuff.
Yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, but you broke it.
He's like, you've sent me loads of things. They're all great teaching tools, which I felt like was a backhanded way of saying they're not that interesting.
Yeah.
But it's Jack declared it's definitely not Searcher. And I'm like, how do you know? What if they brought it with them? Like, it's older than that. But, like, you guys could bring something old with you and drop it, and then that's Searcher.
Yeah.
You could, I mean, I'm like, everything that Jack's saying at the moment, I'm like, Jack, come on.
Nah, he was always like that. You just forgave him more because of his enthusiasm.
Yeah, maybe.
He's a bit like Finetti in that respect. They just say stuff for the camera to be enthusiastic.
Was that made by people? Probably, Jack.
Yeah.
Probably. But it was made of a northsite, which is a Canadian rock. So I was like, oh, so it's not in the Azores then. Because they were like, if this is from the Azores... And they were like, yeah, it's from Labrador and Newfoundland. And then they were like, yes, true. But that is on the route that the Portuguese took to come to the island.
Success.
Aha! Validation! Proof! I'm like, oh, you had me in the first half and then you're straight back.
Can you imagine, right,
Okay.
finding a new place, a new bit of land,
A lovely new coffee shop.
and going, cool, no, a new bit of land. And you go, great, I get to name this. It's my newfound land. I'm going to call it Newfoundland.
Well,
And it's stuck.
well, to be fair, that is more imaginative than going, well, I'm from Boston in Lincolnshire. I will call this Boston. Or, I'm from York. This is New York.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. New Scotland.
Nova Scotia, if you please.
Someone like you probably went, you can't call it New Scotland, that is crap. And they were like, Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Fine, fancy.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Labrador is cool, because it's named after the guy who was like Jeff Labrador. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
who
Not
named the
Jeff.
puppies.
Did he name the Labrador puppies? That man was busy.
I don't know. But I feel like the answer is yes.
Do you get the feeling that he wouldn't be a fan of Labradoodles?
Yeah. What have they done to my dog?
Ah!
Where's all this?
I don't know, maybe he'd have been well into it. Who knows? I like to think it was one guy, because he was really busy.
Yeah.
I need to find a land where they will accept my Labradors.
But,
The dogs.
yeah.
No?
Well, he was called Labrador.
Yeah.
So why would he call his dogs Labradors?
But he did call them Labrador. What?
I made the dog thing
But
up.
why would he call the place that he found Labrador? He's obviously got a thing.
What? You know what? I'm surprised we still call the moon. It might have been Armstrong. Or the other guy.
Well, they already called it the moon way before he landed there, right?
Yeah, but things get renamed.
It's
all
not
the
like they
time.
fired him up there and went, I don't know if there's anything up there. And he went, ooh, the new world. And then shoved all of the residents out the way and went, this is mine?
Was he American?
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't call it New America.
The first man on the moon, was he American?
What?
Which country got to the moon first?
I don't know. We had
Maths and history, not your strong suit.
We had a British guy go to space.
He didn't go to the moon.
No.
Tim Peake.
Yeah. So people from different nations can do stuff in space.
Now, back then it was quite a nationalistic thing.
Was it?
It was the space race.
I see.
Russia versus America. Russia got a cosmonaut into space first, Yuri Gagarin, but America beat them to the moon. Unless you believe the conspiracy theories where it was Stanley Kubrick that filmed it and it wasn't real, but that's a nonsense.
Well, okay.
So it was an American.
Yeah. But, right, Britain wasn't in that race.
No,
So,
because we are tiny.
so we could have sent them a guy. Like, have this person, they're really clever.
Yeah, but to be fair, they trained people. Like, they didn't just go... If you don't have a space agency, you're probably not training astronauts to just lend out to people.
No, but you go like, this guy's really good at maths, so you can have him for a bit. Or her.
Is being good at maths the main prerequisite to be an astronaut?
I think so.
Okay.
Or, if you watch The Big Bang Theory, toilets.
I think it's holding your breath for a really long time.
No, that's wrong.
Are you saying it doesn't add up?
All right, let's move on.
Yes, back to a much more terrestrial thing. Yeah, they're going... They find nothing in MS1.
No.
No. There's one small step for man and one giant failure for the Fellowship of the Ring. The dig.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So, were you excited by MS1? Did you really think they were going to find it? Because they seemed genuinely tense.
I don't think they've got to the bottom.
Yeah. They declared that they got to the bottom and it was done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you watch these episodes, Liv?
Because then that led on to them saying, we'll go back to Top Pocket Find.
If only I'd mentioned that at some point.
And then, but they need to fix the Arga. No.
The Arga.
Auger.
Look, no, guys, it's all fine and good, right? But we all need dinner.
We need a roast.
That's why they weren't able to dig through the backfill before, because they're all so hungry.
Anyway, they're fixing the equipment, and so in that break, they are going to the Azores.
Yes, they are.
That's what they decided. And the young lads were all like, I'll go.
Oh, so many people grinning like Cheshire Cats. And they got all of because we'll cut to this bit at the end. Hang on. I'm turning to the important bit here because it was right at the end. But yeah, all of the researchers were brought into the war room. And basically, this was all of them making a case to their bosses to be sent on an all-expenses-paid trip to a sunny place. And suddenly, everyone's keen.
Yeah.
Big grins, excitement. We definitely need to get boots on the ground there. We'll be able to find a trail. Absolutely guarantee it. Can I stay 5 stars, please?
I think, though I have no scientific backup or reasons for saying this.
Never normally stops
Although
you.
I do have reasons, they're just not real. Anyway, that the Azores might be quite windy.
Why do you think they're windy? Is it because they're entirely at the seaside?
Pretty much. They're quite small, and they're right in the middle of the ocean. And it can be quite windy if you get a sea breeze.
But it's also really hot.
Is
It's
it,
like a
though?
holiday destination.
Because, yeah, but you can go on holiday in cold weather.
Yeah, but it's
Hello, Lapland.
Yes, it's not a winter holiday thing. It's a sunny, tropical type thing.
Well, that's because of all the rock.
What?
The rock. Because the Azores is quite rocky, isn't it?
Is it?
I think so.
I love that you're making all of these assumptions based on, what was that? Zero knowledge. Is it because they found stone shot? And you're
No.
like, well, it must be stony
No.
and windy.
I just have this feeling that it's quite rocky.
You were
there.
describing this as some sort of really, wasteland of wind and stone.
That's the picture I have, yeah.
It's a tourist holiday destination.
I don't think it...
Going to the Azores is like a fancy holiday, or was when I was growing up.
Is it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. Have you not heard of the Azores before?
Yeah.
Or the Azores, as they call it.
Well, I didn't know people went there on
Yeah,
holiday.
I don't know if it's in fashion now or not, but it was like a really fancy, like Saint-Tropez.
I always
type
thought
of
it was
thing.
like the Galapagos.
What do you know about the Galapagos, Liv? Hang on. This is someone with a geography degree.
Oh no!
So, hang on. I love this because the Azores are windy and stony and a bit cold. And what are the Galapagos like, Liv?
They're really hot.
Right, okay.
And it's for people to go and work there. And there's loads of bugs.
Loads of bugs.
Yeah. Do you know how I learnt this?
How did you learn that?
From Schitt's Creek.
Okay.
Because the vet guy, whose name I've forgotten, he goes to work on the Galapagos.
Okay.
And he asks Alexis to go with him, but she doesn't want to go.
Okay.
Because of all the bugs and the heat
Okay.
and the work.
Okay. Well, we're gonna do some. I'm gonna do a big reveal here.
Right.
So, would you like the summary of what the Azores are?
Well, but I was talking about the Galapagos.
Yeah, I'll get to them.
Okay.
The Azores are an autonomous Portuguese archipelago of 9 volcanic islands in the North Atlantic
rocky.
Ocean, located about 1,500 kilometres west of mainland Portugal.
Middle of nowhere.
Known for lush landscapes, crater lakes, thermal hot springs, and sustainable tourism, the islands offer dramatic, unspoiled nature, including Mount Pico, the highest peak in Portugal.
Rocky. Okay. Well,
Climate temperate, with mild winters and warm, humid summers, often experiencing 4 seasons in one day.
yeah.
Known for vibrant blue hydrangeas, traditional tuna fishing, and unique volcanic cuisine.
Volcanic cuisine.
Whale and dolphin watching. Known for hiking, diving, and bathing in geothermal hot springs.
That sounds quite nice.
It
What about
is-
the wind?
There's nothing mentioned about wind.
Oh,
It is renowned for its UNESCO-listed vineyards.
I don't care about wine.
Often called the Hawaii of Europe. Oh yes, Hawaii, notable for being a barren wasteland. Hang on, let me look up the Galapagos.
Oh.
Galapagos Islands. So it known for bugs.
Yeah, bugs.
And what? Sorry.
Oh, I thought that's what you were saying.
Just
it said
bugs. No. What you said.
Heat and bugs.
Hot and
work.
buggy and working. Galapagos Islands, a province of Ecuador, a Pacific volcanic archipelago famous for endemic wildlife like giant tortoises and marine iguanas.
And bugs.
Inspiring Charles Darwin's theory of evolution. It's a premier nature destination with strictly managed tourism.
Yeah. Nature. That's what I said. Bugs.
Tourism for bugs. Nothing about bugs. Largest Isabella, largest island known for penguins, tortoises, and volcanic landscapes. Ah, yes, penguins, those famous invertebrates. Oh, Hispaniola, the island, famous for blue-footed boobies and waved albatrosses. San Cristobal features sea lion colonies and interpretive centres. Oh, look, interpretive centres like on Oak Island.
Yeah, I thought they made that up.
Snorkelling with sea lions and turtles and hiking the lava fields.
I see.
You are so good at this, Liv.
Well, that's what you get from getting all your information from Schitt's Creek.
Oh, to be fair, I got mine from Google AI, so... It's
so
probably
mine's
wrong.
probably more correct.
I just enjoyed you like, I know nothing about it, but I've decided it is windy and stony.
And I wasn't wrong. It's a volcanic island. So
humid, temperate, lush.
It doesn't mean it's not windy. It can be hot and windy. That's how you burn. Have you learnt nothing?
I love the way you're doubling down on this. You're like, no, I wasn't wrong. I was just differently right.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're going to go to the Azores, and I hate the road trips. I hate them so much. They turn me off. Like I'm gonna. It's annoying. I might have to make you write the notes next week.
I see.
Because I suspect I'm going to pay as much attention as you apparently normally do.
I remember bits and pieces.
Yes, bits and pieces when we're recording a podcast about it. Mostly you're sitting there making up facts about the places that you hear about.
I'm making it more fun.
For yourself.
Aren't you having fun?
Well, the problem is, it's not that fun if you just go, that place is a wasteland. That other place has bugs. Sorry, windy and stony. That sounds really lovely.
Well, it's better than a desert, isn't it? That's more of a wasteland.
Windy and stony makes it sound a bit like a desert.
No. Anyway.
How would you describe a desert then, in those terms?
Sandy and hilly.
Hilly?
Yeah.
Hilly?
Yeah. Like sand dunes. Because of the wind.
Sandy and hilly.
Making hills. What? People go sand skiing.
Okay, so sorry, what would you describe the Arctic as?
Icy and snowy. That's easy.
Icy and snowy. Okay, what about Lapland?
Same, icy and snowy.
They're all the same. Norway?
Trees.
Trees. Not even a descriptor. Trees. Oh, to be fair, Galapagos, bugs.
Yeah. It's like one key word, right?
Canada, treasure holes. Oh, this has got to be a whole new podcast, Geography with Liv. Australia. What do you say? Terrifying and upside down.
Oh, I was gonna go with vast. Vast.
Just vast.
Well,
what would you call Russia?
Even more vast. No.
Which doesn't work in isolation.
Russia, I'd probably go with cold.
But not icy and snowy.
Well, depends on the bit of Russia you're in, doesn't it?
I don't know, Liv. This is your show. So what you would go with? Varied. Russia, varied.
Yeah. And Australia, if we're going back to that.
We're back to it. Okay.
I might go for perimeter, because, people only really live
vast
around the edge.
and perimeter.
Vast, middle.
Well, okay, then. How would you describe Britain?
Busy.
Busy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen the traffic?
Yes.
It's busy.
Okay.
Everywhere. All the time.
I see. I want to name all sorts of places. Okay. What's a weird... Okay, how would you describe Hawaii?
I don't know. I've never been.
Have you been to all of the other places we just named?
Hawaii. That dog man was on Hawaii.
Pardon me?
The dog man, dog hunter, bounty hunter, dog man.
Dog the bounty hunter.
Yeah, that's the one.
He was on Hawaii.
Yeah, he lives on Hawaii.
So that is your categorization of Hawaii, is Dog the bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Did he live there? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's where he did his bounty hunting.
Hang on.
Did you never watch this show?
No, but I need to look this up because I've got to fact check you.
What?
Dog the bounty hunter. Isn't he dead?
I don't know.
Born in Denver, Colorado. He lives in Georgia.
No.
With his wife, Francie Chapman.
Yeah, but where did he do the show?
Okay.
Hawaii.
Hang on. After moving from Florida, he has finally scaled back.
I don't think you're Googling this right.
Dog the Bounty Hunter show location. Oh, no. Okay, fair enough. Was primarily filmed in Hawaii, specifically on the island of Oahu. Oahu?
See?
Okay, you got one right.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, nah.
So it is valid for you to sum up, one would say, the entirety of Hawaii with Dog the Bounty Hunter.
That was the first thing.
Is their flag just his face?
I don't know.
Okay, sorry, this is probably panned out, but yeah, the Azores, windy and stony.
And apparently luscious.
But apparently it was discovered in 1427 by Portugal.
Yep, that's why they got it.
But they're banging on about how it was on maps for 100 years beforehand, and they thought it was mind-blowing. So everyone's grinning. They're going on the free trip. Happy days. They use the Pit Blado coin as a justification, as well as the 2 of the 3 or 4 shots.
That was just ridiculous. Like, just go, right?
Yeah, but they need to justify it and make me dread this next week before we watch it. And then we got a preview clip of them looking around more churches and going, "That's a Maltese cross."
Yeah, because that's what's going to be on the next episode, isn't it?
Yeah. And it'll be Alex going, "Oh, look, guys, I found this that wasn't scouted ahead of time."
Yeah, by, what's his name, that has already been.
Oh, yeah. Sacchetti?
I don't know.
Emiliano Sacchetti.
Yeah, Emiliano.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, yeah, he's been already and talked to a load of people there." And I'm like, "Oh, right, so this really is pointless."
Yeah, he could have just told you what he found.
He's like, "No, I don't." Imagine if he was like, "Yeah, do you know what? I don't really want to go again."
All done with that.
It's really windy, guys, but what's worse is it's just stone.
Yeah. He must be the only researcher that is willing to travel.
He goes everywhere.
Because they hired him at the same time as like 2 or 3 others.
Corey and Mall, Judy Rudebush.
What?
Corey and Mall is the one that's over in Portugal and whatnot, and Judy Rudebush is one of the...
She's there, though.
She's at Oak Island.
But I thought there was a British one as well.
Was there? Oh.
Anyway, I forgot about Judy Rudebush.
She just bops around.
Because she's there, but Emiliano is Italian.
Yeah.
But he's always there, and he's doing a lot of travelling.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking he was the only one that was like,
I assume all the American ones don't have passports. Only like 50% of Americans have passports, don't you know?
But they're in Canada.
Yeah.
So if they're American in Canada, they'll have a passport.
No, you don't need a passport necessarily to go between Canada and America.
Really?
I don't think. I'm pretty...
Is that like us and Ireland?
Have I got to check this? Oh, no. US citizens must present a valid passport card, Nexus card, or enhanced driver's license to enter Canada by air, land, or sea.
I see.
So you don't need a passport. You can just go, "Here's my enhanced driver's license." Is it enhanced with a passport?
Right, I want to talk about Boulder Dash.
Okay.
Because it's a bit disappointing.
It has been, hasn't it?
They've done that typical... Although, I will say, the archaeologists have done that typical thing where they're like, this is virgin soil, therefore we're at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know that.
No, they don't know it, but they're using all evidence of if there's undisturbed soil underneath it.
Yeah, but how do they know it's undisturbed?
Well, because of the makeup of the soil.
No, they just said with no artefacts. X amount of space with no artefacts. But who decided that? There could have been a massive period of time where there was nothing, and the ground level raised, and then more artefacts got left.
Uh-huh.
Which is exactly what Alex Lagina has said, and says they've been fooled by it before, and this time they're going to go beyond.
Okay, fair enough. And you could... Alex has started to get a right old, bit of authority behind him, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has,
He's
yeah.
like, right, I'm the boss's son, I'm his proxy, so I'm going to start telling you how it is.
Yeah, I like that.
Do you?
Yeah, because that's his...
Birthright!
I was going to say that's his right, but he's taking ownership of it. Peter Finetti and Jack Bedley could do with doing the same. Don't just be sidekicks. Be the main character, you know?
You
Don't you
have
think?
a bit of a more main character energy.
Yeah, take charge.
Yeah,
Read decision making.
But the problem is, Alex doesn't know anything, whereas the archaeologists are experts in their field.
Alex does know stuff. He knows that they've been fooled by things before and he wants to... Well, I'm presuming drill it.
What have they been fooled by with virgin soil? What?
Well, I think they're talking about the rounded feature. I think so.
Was that under virgin soil?
Well, they thought they'd reached the bottom, and then they found more.
Right. Okay.
I'm just saying, this is where a lot of archaeology's gone wrong, in my opinion, knowing nothing about it.
So what he's decided to do, and he has declared to them that you tell us the border of your precious feature, and I'm going to get the backhoe and dig the shit out of everything around it to see what's there.
And see how deep it goes.
See what the parameters are,
Yeah.
And I still think we're going to get them digging straight down from it as well.
I think they're going to stick a drill down.
Yeah, I think so. Because we got to the virgin soil underneath, and I was like, well, that puts pay to the whole it's a shaft thing.
Yeah. But then it doesn't explain, apparently, the sciencey stuff of the charcoaly stuff and the high heat and everything they were talking about.
No. Because all that Dr. Spooner said was that there's some elevated levels of silver. And then they just ran with all of that. Well, that would definitely happen if there was an exhaust shaft and there was silver down there. That could explain it, right? And he was like, I can't rule it out.
Okay.
Because that's what they do, isn't it? Like, that fits our theory, thus it's fact. It proves it.
I thought they had something else was elevated and it could have been explained by...
Lead. Yeah, there was elevated lead. But then after they moved the giant-ass rock, they only got elevated silver, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
I'm pleased they're going to dig it further.
I feel like we might have got a snapshot of Laird letting the cat out of the bag, that he wasn't that impressed with this feature in the first place, because as we cut to Boulder Dash, we hear him saying to Fiona, yeah, this is more interesting than we anticipated.
Yeah, but he's the one that found it. Or so we're led to believe.
Yeah. Oh, it found the
Don't you
giant-ass
remember?
boulder.
He brought Rick over and he was like, look at this.
And now he's like, oh...
But he has been bored of it because he's been over at the other side.
Well, yeah, and really it's been Fiona. They haven't dedicated a team that we've seen, whereas normally with the other features we see a team everywhere, don't we? I mean, maybe because it's just a small area and Fiona's like...
She fills it up by sitting in it.
Anyone that goes near it, she hisses at them like an angry goose.
Yeah.
But that's it, really.
Well, I'm looking forward to actually them digging around it and hopefully putting a drill through the middle.
It does feel like we're coming to the end of the archaeology with it, because I think they're going like, someone's spent a lot of effort making this
Yeah, but
for
we actually
God
don't
knows
know
what
why.
reason, because it makes no sense.
Yeah.
They were just like, we wanted to put a boulder here, so we made a cradle for it.
Weird.
We just needed somewhere to put our giant-ass boulder.
So then the last section is the swamp.
Yeah, saving the swamp till last. What a finale.
Swamp.
Well, really, it's the Sandy Road show.
Yeah, because I found this quite interesting. They're following the Sandy Road, and it's starting to look like the Sandy Road might have been there before the main backbone.
Centre Road, yeah. Because there's a road that goes down the centre of the island, and that's the basis off of which the original surveyor made all the plots. So it's like the centre, like you said, the spine of the island.
Because there's two rows of plots.
Yes.
If we go north plots and south plots.
And this is
the
the
road
centre line.
divides like an equator.
And yeah, they're sort of saying, well, this seems to go directly in line underneath that. So the question is, did that come pre or post?
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
It is fairly
Because
interesting.
they're surmising that this would have linked the swamp / where the ship would have come in with the rounded feature where they were living with potentially the money pit where they were depositing. That's the theory they're going with. This sandy road is how they moved around.
I suppose the counterpoint would be is if you're going to make a main road on an island, isn't that the logical way? Stick it down the middle. So maybe it's just coincidental that had grown over, and then this other.
But why?
Because then it's
Why
down.
would you do that?
Because you want to access the whole island, it's sufficient to go down the middle. It's the most direct route up and down the island.
But why would you go down the island?
I don't know, to divide it into plots so that you can sell it off to weird cabbage
That's much
farmers.
later in time.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the sandy road.
I'm just positing that the correlation of the two could be coincidental just by two people doing the same thing at different times.
Well, that's boring.
Sorry. I'm just trying to be balanced, as opposed to going, oh my god, it's a conspiracy.
I'm not saying it's a conspiracy. I'm just saying it's interesting and we might get something from it.
Well, we might do.
They might be able to follow it and do some more research and...
They're going to cut up the centre island road and they're never going to be able to drive anywhere. So I quite like that.
But I would like to find out more about this.
Yeah, well, I suspect you're gonna.
I hope so.
Yeah,
It
because
might be a next season thing though at this point.
Yeah, well, we've only got like how many episodes left?
Well, we've got one real one, haven't we? And then the last one, there's always just a recap.
Well, and the next one's a road trip, so
You're kind of done now.
Oh man.
Right, what are you rating this episode?
Well, hang on.
Oh.
Have you noticed that Peter Finetti isn't bothering to count how many sides there are on steaks?
Yeah,
anymore?
right. They said how many sides are there? I don't know.
It's too decayed,
Yeah,
but it looks probably 8.
Other people give it a little wash, wipe it with their hand. You're worried about splinters the whole time. He's not bothering with any of that.
Do you think he can't count to 8?
I think he just doesn't want to be there in the swamp and he's been landed with it.
He's like, I'm here for the high flying fancy shit.
Yeah, I want to go to the Azores.
He's in the Azores. He's in his
packed
mind.
his bag, yeah.
He's like, I love a bit of windy stone.
Yeah.
I'm there. He's like, I don't want to be on this. Imagine, though, if you had the promise of an upcoming trip to the Azores and you were stuck in the
Landed
swamp.
in the swamp. Yeah.
With holding stinky metal covered in mud. Stinky wood covered in mud. Because they find another one, he doesn't count them either.
Yeah.
But they're also asking as well the question of these survey stakes. Were they pre or post road?
Yeah, see?
Did they mark out the road? Or were they to mark, this is where the road is?
Yeah.
And they're like, ooh, I don't know.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
It is interesting, and I'm looking forward to finding out. Well, I might have to wait a year.
Yes, because they reached the end of their permit section as well.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the old permits.
Yeah.
That's worse than the weather for like being the problem with the Oak Island. They reach the limit of their permits, and the weather rolls.
Do you remember in early seasons when they didn't really have permits?
No, because that was the thing. They've pointed out that because they've made a TV show about everything, the Canadian government are like, hang on, you're doing what now? We are going to tighten up the whole you digging the shit out of this thing.
Yeah.
And then they find Mickmore pottery and they all shut down for like a year. Do you remember how angry they were about Mickmore stuff and the government? Like for one season, the whole like government shutting us down, man, was like such a theme.
Yeah, because, well, to be fair, I can kind of understand it.
Yeah.
So they found this stuff that's really precious and then they're not allowed to do anything. Yeah. But if they weren't doing anything, they wouldn't have found it. So how important to you is it?
And of course, like, it really actively encourages people to be like, you found some pottery, throw it in the bin, no one ever saw a thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's that thing of in the UK of treasure trove, where if you find treasure, and turn it in, you get a percentage. But
50%.
Yeah.
It's good.
Which is good, but it's still potentially encourages people to not declare it all or to not declare fines.
Well, that's how the black market exists, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's really interesting how it all works and the ethics of all of that and stuff. But
not a conversation for us necessarily.
No, but yeah, that's it really. They're gonna. Next episode, it sounds like they're going to cut a swathe out of the road to see what's under there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, yeah.
That will be interesting. But they've already preempted that Marty's going to be on site because everyone else and his brother are going to the Azores. So Marty's like, I'm here. There's someone needs a backhoe.
Yeah. He's got the keys.
So they've already flagged that Marty's going to dig around the boulder dash and he's going to dig. He's basically going, I will only show up when I can use the backhoe.
Yeah.
Loving it. That's what happens when you own the place.
Clear the decks and coming in.
I realised the other day when I was reading the book about Oak Island. Do you know who it is that built the causeway that lets them get? Which technically means, like, you were right. It's no longer an island because it's now connected to the mainland.
Yeah. Geography.
Yeah. Do you know who built that causeway?
I think it was the guy that dug up all the islands.
Yeah, Robert Dunfield. So they're
the one.
always complaining about him and he's really shit. And I'm like, yeah, but he's the only reason you can get your stuff down. And the reason he built the causeway is because he wanted to bring in his massive digger and it was too big to be floated across by barges, which is what he'd been doing up to that point. Yeah. So they were just like, oh, this guy absolutely trashed the place. It's appalling. I mean, we do use his causeway.
Yeah.
And, fair play. But apparently that annoyed all the locals.
What, causeway?
Yeah, because the fishermen then had to go all the way around the island rather than cutting through.
Yeah.
So it pissed off everyone that lived locally.
Whoops.
Oak Island, everyone pissing everyone else off constantly.
Does seem to be the main point, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Can we do ratings now?
I would love you to.
I'm giving it 9 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What was so good
But
about
there was
it?
the interesting things. I want to find out more. I want them to dig in the Boulder Dash area. I'm looking forward to the road. I find that really intriguing. And I am actually looking forward to their trip to the Azores.
Okay.
So I found it quite uplifting and fun to watch.
Okay.
What are you giving it?
I rated it one
Oh no!
one work jolly out of 7.
And they haven't even gone on the jolly
Yeah,
yet.
I think I might be giving it a minus score next week.
What?
It's a risk.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
You get on my back for giving
Well, to be fair, at most it might be 0.
half scores.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be some way because, I'd have to be being hypocritical, but yeah, 1, and that feels generous. I was tempted to give it 2, and then I was like, but what did I enjoy? Oh, that's right, nothing.
Oh my god!
I know. The most fun I had was understanding your definition of the Azores based on literally no knowledge.
But that was right. But that was right now.
I know, and that was the most fun. As always, of course, always the most fun I have is talking about it with you, Liv. But yeah, there was just nothing for me, and I Alex Lagina annoyed me in principle.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
But like when you get down to it, Money Pit, they dug, they found nothing. Swamp, they dug, they found nothing really. The geologists cut a bit of stone in half, and it wasn't even the Azores, but they're going to the Azores. And then the Boulder Dash, they found undisturbed soil, and Alex Lagina got pissy and said, well, we don't care about your science, we're going to dig around it. That was it.
Okay. Well, I liked it.
Yes, you did. But to be fair, you had a lot more whimsy for it. I'm a bit jaded. And so I looked at it on face value and and you're going, yeah, but there's so much opportunity, and I will grant you the road thing is interesting, but I'm like, I don't know where I don't know how enthused by it I am.
Well, we'll find out when we get there.
And on that note, sorry, that's all, folks.
Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next time. Bye.
Doodles!